So just one more quarterfinal to come, and it features the defending champion in the women's singles, Saina Nehwal, up against Nozomi Okuhara. Well, as far as the women's singles draw is concerned, 6 different nations involved, 3 Chinese players and 7 seeds. The only seed not to make it through to the quarter-final stage was the 2013 world champion, Ratchanok. Lost in the very first round to the player we're about to watch, Nozomi Okuhara. Bottom half of the draw, as you can see, all Chinese affair. 2-time winner, Li Shuirui, won the title in 2012 and 2013. And her opponent will be the 2-time beaten finalist, Wang Shexian, who has put out the world champion and number 2 seed, Carolina Marin. So here come the players. Nozomi Okuhara, the 20-year-old from Nagano. Nagano, of course, hosted the 1998 Winter Olympic Games. And for Okuhara, this is only her second Premier Super Series quarter-final. Of course, she made a major breakthrough earlier this year, winning her first Super Series title in her home event, the Japan Super Series, beating Yamaguchi in the final. So the defending champion and number 1 seed, Saina Nehwal, last year beat that same player, Yamaguchi, in the final. But Nozomi Okuhara, number 10 in the world ranking at the moment, as you can see, has been as high as 9. She's number 7 on the Destination Dubai Super Series rankings, having played all 10 Super Series events. She was quarter-finalist in the last one, the French Super Series. And there, a confirmation of what I've just told you, the number 8 seed and beaten finalist here in 2012, Ratchanok, and it was 2 straight games, as you can see. And then in the second round against the qualifier, Chen Xiaoxin of China. A very convincing second game there. So to the defending champion, won the title last year. It was the first time she'd been past the last 16 last year when she won the title. Olympic bronze medalist. World number 2, having spent 14 weeks as world number 1. 14 weeks in total, I should say. 3 different spells. We'll make that 4 different spells at world number 1. 4 finals this year from 11 tournaments, and what a tough draw she's had. Sun Yu of China in the very first round. Sun Yu beaten finalist last week in Korea Grand Prix Gold. Ti Jing-yi, she played in the second round and came from 13-15 down in the deciding game before she won it 21-19 in 55 minutes. Well, this is the 4th meeting between these 2 players. Last time they met in the last 16 of the Asian Championships here in China, in Wuhan. It was 3 games on that occasion, and as you saw, all 3 previous encounters have been won by Saina Nehwal. Well, Saina Nehwal, just 11 tournaments this year, 4 finals. From those 11 tournaments, Nozomi Okuhara, 4 titles from 4 finals, having played in 18 tournaments. She does play a lot of badminton, doesn't she, Nozomi Okuhara?
Nozomi, Japan. And on my left, Saina Nehwal, India. Saina Nehwal to serve. Level, play.
So the customary bow from Okuhara to all court officials, all 4 corners. Steen, I don't know if you got any chance to catch out of the corner of your eye any of the defending champions match yesterday against Ti Jing-yi. 3 games.
I thought it was close.
Yeah.
So much.
But you didn't manage to see any of the play, really.
No.
No, me neither.
But, the sense I have is that Okuhara is the favorite in this match, and that might sound awfully strange, and it might be a total blunder. But I don't think Saina is at her best at the moment, and of course she could have played herself into form yesterday against T Jing-yi, but
Yeah.
But we've seen her struggle against Minatsu Mitano, lost 3 tournaments in a row to her, and I think Okuhara actually is the best Japanese player at the moment.
Well, there's a challenge here. I thought that was a good call by the line judge. I thought that did land in, but here we go. Yeah, that landed in. Well, we await for Hawkeye. Here we go. Yeah. Challenge wasted by Saina Nehwal in very, very early stages.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 2-1.
And I was wrong about Minatsu Mitano. She lost to her twice in Japan and Denmark, but actually beat her in French Open, Saina Nehwal. So she definitely needs to get her sort of controlling game going, and she's started out quite well, actually.
That was a good clear, I like that.
Service over. 3-2.
Shoji Sato, Okuhara's coach.
And I think that there'll be a lot of pressure on Saina to be in control of the rallies, whereas if she loses that control, I think she'll be in dire straits.
The match of Block 2 will be men's singles between Jen Jorgensen from Denmark and Li Chongwei from Malaysia.
2号场地将要进行的是男子单打比赛，由来自丹麦的约根森对阵来自马来西亚的李宗伟。
Umpire 蔡三杰 China, Service judge 郭泰伟 China.
裁判员蔡峰杰，中国；发球裁判员郭泰伟，中国。
It's a good rally, isn't it? Way off balance there,
Oi.
Saina Nehwal.
Good deception. Yeah, she was struggling most of that rally there. But that's one of the qualities, and a bit similar qualities like Chen Long we saw earlier today. The ability to get quality shots back even when she's off balance.
Yeah. Of course, the first time that these two players played against each other in the quarter-final of the 2013 Malaysia Super Series was when Okuhara got very badly injured. 2-love in the third game and had to withdraw. Hurt her knee, seriously injured her knee.
Well placed smash there from Saina.
Of course, last year it's been well documented that having switched coaches and starting to work with Vimal Kumar. I think the confidence, and there was a certain freshness, I suppose, when you start to work with a new coach.
Yeah.
There's new ideas, new training routines and regimes, perhaps, and you know, you feel very inspired by that change.
5-all.
Yeah, and the attention to detail is so important, and I think we'll see that in order to become a top player, the talents of today, the top players of tomorrow, they will need more attention. It's going to be tough for Europe because we're in Europe very accustomed to doing sort of team practices, and I don't think it's enough in order to
But isn't
develop
that-
quick enough.
Isn't that what the Asians do?
Team practices, yes, but with a lot more coaches than
Very fair
Europeans.
point. Yeah, yeah.
So
Good point.
the coaching time per player is, in my opinion, essential.
Yes. No, I suppose the best example of that
Service over. 6-all.
single attention, one player, one coach, is Fernando Rivas and Carolina Marin, the world
Exactly,
champion.
exactly.
Mm.
And she's just developed so quickly over the last 1.5 years. Not even 2 years. It's 1.5 year. Of course, the foundation for that quick development has been laid years before. But I can at least see some Danish players who they were not better than Carolina Marin. They were a little bit behind her, but now they're quite a bit behind her, and they're still practicing a lot, but they're practicing in team practices.
Yeah.
Well played. Very
Yeah.
successful cross smash from her backhand side.
6.
Wow.
Service over. 7-8.
She hasn't got that forehand coverage,
No.
Saina.
It's going wide.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-7.
I think there's just a little side drift from left to right. Not necessarily because these two shots were out, but the straight shots from the backhand side of Okuhara seems to drift a little bit when you see it from the camera behind the court.
It's a good rally. Outmaneuvered
Service over.
Saina Nehwal.
8-10.
Where do you rate Okuhara's movement? I love watching her move around the court. I think she's
Yeah.
very light on her feet.
Yeah.
But in comparison to the other players, how high do you rate her movement?
Haven't really thought about that, but
It's certainly one of
she's-
the best, isn't it?
yeah, it is. She's she seems like she's naturally quick on her feet.
Yeah.
Service over.
But such is the
11,
disguise
8,
of
interval.
Saina Nehwal with that overhead shot. The outright winner. So a 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval for the defending champion. So Okuhara not only played in Denmark and France, she also played the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold, where she lost in 3 games to Busanan Onbangoranpan.
1, 20 seconds.
And I'm
1, 20
not sure that
seconds.
there's not an accumulation. I watched that match in Saarbrücken in Germany, and I thought there was an accumulation of tiredness.
Yeah,
And
it's possible.
and I'm just wondering whether she's only had a week's rest, having got back from the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold, or whether in fact she's fully recovered. She's played so many tournaments, and to be doing well in so many tournaments, 18 tournaments, it's all very well if you're losing first round of everything, but she's not. Only 4 first round losses this
11,
year.
8, play.
Yeah, and I have a sense also that some of the other players, for instance, Saina here, has taken a little bit of a break after the World Championships,
Yeah,
feeling that it was justifiable since her good performances earlier this year with the final of the All England as well and so on. So the Olympic
Yeah.
qualification
Service over. 9,
was
11.
pretty automatic. So it's about being well prepared for the Olympics and being well prepared for the tournaments leading up to the Olympics, so you
Yeah.
can get the seeding that you feel you're entitled to compared to the playing level at the moment.
Service over. 12, 9.
Good read.
yeah.
13, 9.
It's going wide.
Yeah.
14, 9. Service over.
They both seem to be trying to exploit the deep forehand corner of each other.
Yeah. It's very often a spot where the attack is not so strong, not so variated, not so deceptive as the backhand side.
Oh my goodness, what on earth happened there?
11,
It was a mile in.
Yeah.
Sort of leaving it. Realised that she'd made a drastic mistake on her spatial awareness there, and by the time she tried to hit it, made a complete mess of it.
What a good lift. I feel the side drift has sort of
14.
picked up. I don't think we've seen that many mistakes on that sideline in the other matches.
No,
Wide.
it's going wide, yeah.
15-12.
Well, Okuhara told off for flicking sweat from the face, so she asks if she can tell down. Umpire said no, so she tell down anyway.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
Excellent play.
15-12.
And of course, when your opponent makes a number of mistakes and you realize there's another one,
I'm going wide. Yeah.
that there's this side drift,
17-12.
then you're a little bit more free to cover the other corner because you know
Yeah.
that she's probably going to play a lot there,
Yeah.
and then you're in real big problems, as we see the Japanese girl is now. It's in. What?
Oh, it's called out.
Called out.
Service over.
Yeah, she's only got one challenge left, Saina,
Mm.
so I understand that she's not using it here.
Oh yes, it's well taken.
Yeah.
14-17.
Yeah, good follow-up. In towards that right hip, and that's what she got. There's another challenge
Yeah,
here.
and I think that's the wrong call.
Challenges.
I saw that from my totally fantastic position here, straight on the line, but let's see.
Yeah.
It's straight on the line.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the line.
Service over.
Good challenge.
14.
It's not often that Saina is clearly the tallest player on court.
Service over. 15-18.
Yeah, 167 is Saina Nehwal, which is 5'6". Nozomi Okuhara, for 1m55, that's 5'1". Can't believe that. She must have grown since I got those stats. That has her shorter than Yamaguchi.
Well played.
Yeah. Wrong
Service
choice
over.
of shot. The cross court
19,
clear though
15.
from Okuhara.
And so far the pace have been no problem for Saina, because she's been pretty much in control of the rallies. So I think Okuhara needs to increase the pace in the game and perhaps also take a little bit more initiative. And I know that might sound strange because she's normally a little bit more of a patient player, but she can't allow Saina to fire these smashes
No.
at her all the time. So
Yeah.
she has to do some kind of preventive attacking.
Well, Saina Nehwal, defending champion. 5 game point opportunities. Missed it.
Service over, 16-20.
Yep.
First game won by Saina Nehwal, 21-16.
Umpire confirms 21-16. It took 21 minutes. And the defending champion, well, outmaneuvering her opponent, making Okuhara move from corner to corner, and it's got its reward, as you can see. Opening game to Nehwal. He used to be based in Wimbledon, where I was based, and we used to train at the same venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be quite satisfied with what he's seen
Definitely.
so far, and if the side drift is the same here in the second game, then Okuhara will have big problems targeting Saina Nehwal's forehand side, the long forehand side.
Now, what do you think Coach Sato is suggesting here? So
Something
obviously about punch clears to the back, or
something about hitting it into his bag that he's got with him there. He's pointing in that direction. Yeah,
Call 1, 30
punch clears and
seconds. Call 1, 30 seconds.
play downwards before she's under too much pressure, so she can't play downwards. So
yeah.
she has to do it one shot before. And she's very polite. She stands there bowing before entering and leaving the court.
And she's very particular and precise about it.
Yeah.
Most of the Japanese players do exactly the same, but it's not so obvious because they're not so particular
No.
about it. It's a nice custom.
Second game. Level. Play.
Yeah, there she is, bowing to all the line judges and court officials before the second game gets underway. Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's so good, isn't it?
1 love.
And she actually started out trying to take control, Okuhara, but Saina was ready and played a beautiful flat shot into the forehand of Okuhara.
Oh, that's just delightful.
Service over, 1
Let's hope we
all.
can see that in slow, because it's sometimes quite hard to see. And yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's exactly how it should be. You should almost only be able to pick up on it in slow, because otherwise it's too slow for the game.
Yeah.
Service over, 2-1.
Oi.
Oh, she touched the net. She demolished the net, surely. Yeah.
I think her racket hit the floor.
No, her racket hit the bottom of the net. I'm convinced of it. Take a look at this.
3-1.
Yeah.
Yep. Look, on the way
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't think initially that the umpire was going to call it, but the umpire did. And that's good. Good umpiring. Oh, that was a nice drop slice from Okuhara. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, well played.
That's incredible.
Service over. 2,
What a great
3.
shot.
Wide.
Yeah, in fact, the arm movement there from
Yeah,
Okuhara indicates that
Yeah.
she's realised that there's a drift.
But she's struggling to control it.
Yeah.
And I think Saina is much better, doing a much better job controlling the side drift, using it to her advantage, because if you aim a little bit with a little bigger margin on a shot like that, you actually get help from the side drift, because it comes a lot quicker than you normally would expect
Yeah.
from defensive point of view.
Well, this is interesting. Okuhara was wiping the sweat from her forehead and face and putting it on her shirt. The umpire didn't like that, and so Okuhara said, well, will you allow me to towel down then? And indeed the umpire did. It's only flicking sweat away that's not permitted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can really tell the drift on that one.
2.
Big high clear, not particularly good length.
Service over.
I just don't see from Okuhara the sort of sparkle and the
No.
inspiration in the style of play that we saw during the Japan Super Series in Tokyo.
No. It's like
It's almost
the
as
top
if,
speed is gone.
yeah, she's fighting herself, you know, come on, you can do this, but there's no real sort of flair.
Service over. 7-3.
And
But
that's the accumulation of tiredness, I believe, that I was talking about.
You're probably right, and I think also credit to Saina for sort
Absolutely.
of having the answers when Okuhara is asking her some questions. So I guess I'll have to start eating my words about Okuhara being the favorite in this match. Well played.
Yeah.
And it's every time she leaves a little bit too much time for Saina Nehwal, then Saina goes in and punishes Okuhara. Uses her superior reach in this match.
Play.
Oh my goodness. What a get
No.
by Saina
9-3.
Nehwal. Took it inches off the floor and played the perfect lot. Look at that. I may regard that slightly fortunate, but my goodness, to have the racket head control from so low down
Yeah.
is amazing.
No matter who wins this match, the winner will be sole international player standing here.
Yeah. In the women's singles. Because
Yeah, in the women's singles, of course.
yeah. 2011 champion Wang Yihan has put out Tai Su Ying in the top half of the draw, and bottom half of the draw is an all-Chinese semi-final. Just long.
10-3.
Yeah, it was just long. What a good call by the line judge. It's wide as well. Gone with the drift.
11-3
And an
interval.
8-point advantage for the defending champion here in the second game, having already taken the first. Well, I know earlier this year, Coach Vimal Kumar was talking about Saina Nehwal and saying that mentally she's so much more
Hold
tough
on,
than
20
her
seconds.
opponents.
Hold one, 20
And,
seconds.
You know, I thought yesterday I didn't really see any of the rallies as such when she was playing against Ti Jing-yi. But I did look across and glance and sort of think, oh, crikey, you know,
Yeah,
she's in
yeah.
trouble. But she fights her way
Yeah.
through. She finds a way.
And it's a match from seeing the scoring on tournament software where
Play.
probably Ti Jing-yi should have won that match, but she didn't.
Yeah. But that's why sport is so fascinating, because you have this champion status and the traits, the characteristics that champions produce, and Saina Nehwal has definitely got that, this fighting spirit, this, you know, somehow in difficult situations she finds a way to win. Oh dear, that was an ankle that gave way.
Service over. 4-11.
Well,
Did she stop Saina, or did she just consider it to be wide?
I'm not sure, but definitely Okuhara is flexing that ankle. Yeah. Obviously we're looking at the Indian coaching bench and the Indian player. But it was Okuhara who was in trouble.
Service over. Turn 4.
Oh, good. Oh, challenge here from Saina Nehwal. She thought that was long.
Challenges. Called in.
Only got one challenge remaining. She's made 2 challenges. One was right, one was wrong. Oh, no, she's right
that's
there
right,
again.
that's right.
That's long. That is long of the back line. Another good challenge from Saina Nehwal. We await for Hawkeye to confirm that. Oh, goodness me. Well, yeah,
Just
gasp from the grasp.
touches the line.
Yeah. And I think the crowd probably thought the same as I did, because there was a gasp.
Nehwal, no challenge remaining. Service over. 5-12. Service over. 13-5.
Oh, yeah, Saina Nehwal not
Service
thinking
over.
about the
6-13.
drift and just hitting wide.
Wow,
7-13.
2 easy mistakes.
That's nice from Okuhara.
8-13.
All of a sudden, there seems to be a new lease of life from Nozomi Okuhara.
Saina hasn't won a rally since that challenge.
Well, the psychology of it, I mean, I certainly thought the shuttle was long of that back line, and if Saina obviously did, otherwise she wouldn't have challenged.
Service over.
But of course, we're not in the best position to see, and with Hawkeye, they have the high-speed cameras looking straight down that line, so
And
they're best placed than any of us to see.
but sometimes we see it that the players get more affected by the challenge outcome than you would expect. I mean, she was leading 13-4, 13-5.
13-4.
It doesn't really matter what that challenge shows because she's in total control of the game. Wow.
16-9.
Well, so much for that comeback, I think.
Short-lived.
But in a tight match, that could be crucial to sort of let your emotions get the better of you for a minute or two.
Yeah, gone well wide again.
17-9. Service over. 10-17.
Well, one really feels this is the last opportunity for Okuhara. She's got to start closing this gap right now if she wants to beat the defending champion. It's gone wide.
Service over. 18-10.
What a good match from Saina,
Yes,
bouncing
absolutely.
back
Yeah,
after being in trouble yesterday.
yeah. Once again, it's an indication of her mental toughness.
Yeah.
No sort of dwelling on I perhaps wasn't at my best yesterday, or, you know, right, I'm going to come out and I'm going to play
Yeah.
well today, and she's done that, and that's why she's such a fantastic badminton player.
Yeah. I remember Morten Frost once said when he was experiencing these kinds of adversities in tournaments, he was just happy to be able to play the next day, to still be in the tournament,
Yeah.
get a new chance.
Oh yes, that's lovely.
Service over.
Well, I saw her come back from 11-19 down in a game before. That was the semi-final of the Commonwealth Games last year, women's singles. Kirsty Gilmore against Ti Jing-yi.
That's why you loosen up a little bit if you're nervous.
Yeah.
Still, it's difficult. But when there's medals at stake, of course, you can get some help from a little bit of nervousness from the ones about to win them.
Oh, look at that.
Excellent.
That's just beautiful.
Service over. 20,
Just beautiful.
Match point 12.
Match point opportunities for the defending champion. That's
Service
nice.
over. 13, 20.
Oh, there's a little bit of a stumble there from Saina Nehwal. Oh, look at that again. Beautiful. Wonderful shot to close out the match. 21-16, 21-13 in 42 minutes. And the defending champion through to the semi-final once more.
Match won by Saina Nehwal. 21-16, 21-13.
Look at that. Swing of the racket to look as if she was going to lift the shuttle to the back and then just blocking it to net. So Saina Nehwal, the #1 seed, safely through to the semi-final. 21-16, 21-13. And she will play the 2011 winner, Wang Yihan, in tomorrow's semi-final. So that concludes our quarterfinals for the day, and our first 3 matches all involve Chinese players, and all the Chinese players won. We started with the 3-time former champion Chen Long beating the young Dane Victor Axelsen in 50 minutes. And then the mixed doubles, the Commonwealth Games gold medalists going down to the World Championships silver medalists, the #4 seeds Lu Cheng and Bao Yixin in 2 straight games. In fact, all of our matches, as you can see, in 2 straight games. Chai Biao and Hong Wei, beaten finalists last year. They are through to the semi-final once more. Matsutomo and Takahashi, well, today was their 6th consecutive quarter-final. Tomorrow will be their 2nd consecutive semi-final here at the China Open. Saina Nehwal, the defending champion, well, she looked very impressive today against Okuhara. 42 minutes for her victory. 21-16, 21-13.
The next match will be men's doubles between
So our quarterfinals complete. Just to remind you that semi-finals tomorrow, 1300 local time. That's 0500 GMT. From all of us here in Fuzhou, especially from Steen Peterson and myself, Jill Clark. We'll see you for semi-finals tomorrow. Bye for now.